Every man, at some point in his life, will encounter a woman who hurts him. Not always with betrayal, not always with rejection, but with something deeper. Indifference. She'll say things that cut into your spirit, ignore your effort, twist your words, or take your loyalty for granted. You'll give her everything you know how to give: patience, protection, understanding, and still she'll make you feel invisible. And when that happens, you'll start questioning your worth, replaying every moment trying to figure out where you went wrong. But here's the truth. Being hurt by a woman doesn't define your weakness. It tests your strength, your emotional discipline, and your ability to choose peace over pain. Because the way a man handles being hurt reveals more about his character than the one who hurt him. At first, your instinct will be to fight for her attention. You'll want to explain yourself, argue, or make her see what she's doing. You'll tell yourself that if she just understood your heart, she'd treat you differently. But a man's greatest mistake is believing that understanding will fix what disrespect has already destroyed. When a woman chooses to hurt you, consciously or through neglect, you cannot convince her to care. The more you explain, the smaller you become in her eyes. Because energy doesn't lie. The man who keeps chasing respect loses it. You can't teach someone how to value what they're determined to dismiss. The first thing you must do is stop reacting. Her behavior is designed, consciously or subconsciously, to pull emotion from you. When she sees you hurt, she knows she still has control. But when you go silent, not out of anger, but out of composure, her power fades. Silence is not weakness, it's emotional strategy. It's how a man reclaims his dignity without begging for it. Women can argue with words, but they can't argue with detachment. When your peace becomes louder than your pain, she starts seeing what she lost control over: your attention. Next, you must understand that not every woman who hurts you is evil. Some are just broken. They carry wounds they never healed, and you became the mirror that reflected their pain. You tried to love her back to life, but instead, she projected her damage onto you. A man with compassion will see that truth, but a wise man won't let it destroy him. Because understanding her pain doesn't mean you have to participate in it. You can forgive without returning. You can empathize without re-entering the same chaos. That's emotional maturity, the kind that separates men who grow from men who repeat. Dr. Alina Rose often says, "A man's true strength is not shown in how he fights chaos, but in how he walks away from it." When a woman hurts you, your silence, your self-control, and your calm distance are the three most powerful tools you have. Anger gives her your energy. Reaction gives her your focus. Silence gives you your power back. Stop trying to win her over through explanation. Start winning yourself back through detachment. And here's something you must remember. Pain changes a man, but bitterness destroys him. Don't let her actions poison your peace. What she did was a reflection of who she is, not who you are. You were genuine. You were loyal. You cared. And none of that was wasted energy. It was proof of your capacity to love deeply. Don't close your heart because someone couldn't handle your depth. She didn't ruin your ability to love. She revealed who didn't deserve it. The best revenge is not revenge at all. It's evolution. When a woman hurts you, she expects you to fall apart, to chase, to beg, to react. But when you rise quietly, rebuild silently, and glow in peace, she feels the weight of her actions without you ever saying a word. The man who heals in silence becomes the man she remembers for the rest of her life. Because no woman forgets the man who walked away with dignity after she hurt him. When you're healing, stop searching for closure from her. Closure doesn't come from explanations. It comes from acceptance. You don't need her apology to move on. The truth is, she already knows what she did. She just doesn't want to face it. But life has a way of teaching people through loss what they refuse to learn through love. One day, she'll remember how you looked at her with patience, how you cared even when she made it difficult, and she'll realize she had something rare. But by then, you'll be long gone, healed, focused, and stronger than ever. Dr. Alina Rose teaches that every heartbreak is a test of emotional control. The world tells men to respond with ego, to get even, to make her regret it. But real power lies in restraint. Because when you no longer need validation, You become untouchable. The man who can stand in silence while everything around him tries to provoke him is the man who has mastered his emotions. And that kind of man doesn't chase revenge, he attracts respect. So how do you handle a woman who hurt you? You rise above it. You stop replaying the pain, and you start rewriting your focus. You use her rejection as redirection. You let her absence remind you that peace is better than chaos. You build yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually, until her memory becomes a lesson, not a wound. You don't have to hate her, you just have to outgrow her. Because when you finally do, she'll see it. She'll feel it. She'll realize that the silence she thought was weakness was actually your healing. And that's the final truth. The man who stays calm after being broken is the man who can't be broken again. So let her go. Let her wonder. Let her see what it feels like to lose a man who handled pain with grace. Because nothing teaches a woman the value of a good man like the sound of his silence when he's finally at peace.